Dear students, welcome all. I am Rishi Bhargava, your CSAT expert, and today we are going to discuss PYQs from year 2022. CSAT questions. I have picked up hand-picked few of the questions and we are going to discuss those questions. Welcome to the world of Unacademy. We are largest learning platform in India. Most of you know this, isn't it? So, you know why Unacademy? Everyone knows we have widest choice of educators, flexibility to change courses, unlimited views on lectures, dedicated doubt solving, we have notes with us, end-to-end preparation is given, there is live mentorship and also daily answer writing practice. Along with that, everyone knows about our results. We are producing toppers, right guys? And then, let's proceed further. When you talk about UPSC, we have the best team in India. You can just go through these names and you yourself would realize there is no one better than these guys, right? So guys, Unacademy subscription plus an iconic, so you can go for it. You can use this code YTUPSC to get 10% off on the subscription programs. Details are given. Similarly, you can actually go for combo subscription as well, right? Use the same code and get 10% off. Then we have Unacademy optional subscription. Now again, you are getting 10% off on this using the same code YTUPSC. So you can check this out. Then you have one more offer where with such a meager price of 9,900 rupees, you would be getting 20 UPSC CSE GS booklets and they would cover each and every topic comprehensively. Every contemporary issues are also covered over here. So there is a great chance, guys, go for these booklets, Then there is a UPSC CSE batch. It is a bilingual batch. It has started on September 29th. You can enroll for the batch. You know the faces, right guys? Then, you can avail EMIs also. So 0% EMIs, you can just call on the number given. See, this is the number. On this number. And you can actually subscribe for EMIs as well. So here is a chance to get a course or two, guys, So myself, Rishi Bhargava, you know me, right? I've been training students for CSAT and today the topic of discussion is going to be PYQs, because many a times we talk about PYQs and I see that many a times students actually do not even check out what PYQs are. So today I'm going to discuss PYQs from 2022 exam. I don't think it is visible, so let me use another color. 2022 UPSC exams. So you would realize that every question involves a lot of knowledge, involves a lot of counting, basic counting. So I'm going to discuss it in a very, very simplified way, and I hope you enjoy the class, and I hope after looking at this video, at least you go back home. If you are sitting at home, you open those PYQs and check out the remaining questions as well, isn't it? There is no point, because I have just handpicked few problems. There are other problems also. So what I am planning is that I'm going to solve all PYQs here, so that at least you should know the approach, right? So the plan is very simple. I need your valuable inputs on this, that how to go about it. I think that if we solve all the questions, you get a video of all the questions, obviously that is going to make a lot of sense. It would give you a lot of courage and a lot of idea as well that how to go about it. So I would be looking for your suggestions also. So please do give me some suggestions, right guys? So let's talk about some of the questions, right? In the meantime, you can subscribe on the channel, Telegram channel, IAS Icons 1, and you can follow the community Bhargava Rish. Now, that I sincerely believe whenever it is CSAT, we say chuck the CSAT, right? We being Punjabi, you know, chuck the is like, let's do it. So let's do it, guys, right? Let's not hold on. So let us see the first question. See this question. He says in the series, he has given you a series, and UPSC has given you a series, not he, sorry. So UPSC paper mein, this was a series. Which letter appears at the 100th place, right? And if you check out the series properly, it is A, then AB, then ABC, then ABCD, and then ABCDE. So if I use the different colors, A, AB, ABC, A, B, C, D. I think this would actually make some sense, isn't it? Different colors. A, B, C, D, E. Now you are able to understand, sir, A is written 1 times, A, B 2, A, B, C 3, A, B, C, D 4, A, B, C, D, E 5, isn't it? But then also you are able to understand, but then also you are not able to make a sense out of it. And you know, you could have written it till 100, but they are so smart, they have, you know, you cannot write it till 100. I don't think so, because they are so smart, they have given 100. Had it been 36 term, 37 term, could have been done. So guys, what exactly are you going to use this? What exactly are you going to use in this question? Now please pay attention. Just a very simple logic. What is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up till plus n is n into n plus 1 by 2. Right, where n belongs to natural number, sum of first n natural numbers, which means if I say what is sum of first 5 natural numbers, it would be sum of first 5 natural number is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Rather than ending, you can put it in the formula 5 into 6 upon 2 comes out to be, see guys, 15. So sum is 15. Right, so this is the use of the formula, right? But sir, how are you using the formula? How would we use this formula? This is where I say UPSC has become tricky, isn't it? How would I use this formula in this question? Otherwise, this question remains unsolvable. So I hope you have written this. So now please check. Please check. Now it involves coding. This question involves coding also. And this question involves counting as well, right? For example, just check out. Now, what is EJOT? Once we are going to talk about coding, E has 5th position and J has 10th position and O has 15th position and T has 20th position and Y has 25th position in, if we order your alphabets from 1 to 26. 1 to 26. So when we do coding, we ask you to learn these, right? So A summation 2 is 1 plus 2, which is 3. See, this is 1, this is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 is B, right? So summation 2 ends with B. Sum of first 3 natural numbers, summation 3 is 1 plus 2 plus 3, see 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6 and 6 ends with C. So it is ending with C. So we are now getting a hint that we need to know the position, that is coding, and we need to know the summation as well. Alright, and we would get the ending term. So see, what is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 10. And it ends with D, which is actually summation 4, and 4 stands for D. 4 stands for D. Now I hope I am clear that it is basic addition, right? It is addition, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Then, you know, if you check out 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, it's going to be 15, and the 15 would give you ending term. So summation 5 is 15, which ends with E, and 5 has a code E. E has a code 5. I hope now I am able to make sense, right? So if this is true, now we can easily solve this question, very easily solve this question with the rule of E jo T, again, I think this is something I have to write it for you. E jo T. O is 15. So I say O would end with summation 15, which is 15 into 16 by 2, which is 120. 1/20th term would end with O. 1/20th term would end with O, but I need to go to 100. So you know L, M, N, O. So N is 14, which is going to be 14 into 15 by 2, which is 105. So 105th term is going to be N, right? So I'm writing 105th term, N is 105. Now if you see A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Alright, so your 104th term would be M, 103rd term would be L, 102nd term would be K, 101 would be J, and I would be your 100th term. So your answer is I. So guys, now you understand why I say it is important, because see, they have collaborated two topics. They have collaborated coding as well as counting, and they have framed a question combining these two together. Great, right? I hope my solution makes some sense. Tell me, without the knowledge of these two topics, how are you going to do it? If you don't know what is n into n plus 1 by 2, right? How are you going to make sense of it? I don't think you can write 100 terms. Alright, so I hope this is clear. So let's move forward to the second one, guys. This is one question. A lot of time people, students hate questions with long statements. I've been discussing it, isn't it? A has some coins, he gives half of the coins and 2 more to B. B gives half of the coins and 2 more to C, and C gives half of the coin and 2 more to D. And the number of coins D has now is the smallest 2-digit number. Right? How many coins does A have in the beginning? Now, to people, those who are phobic to mathematics, these are the type of questions which they would never solve, because as the elongated statement they would generally leave the question. But this is one question which should not be left, actually. To be very frank to you, this is one question which has to be sorted out. Right? So let's talk about it. I don't believe if you practice, a lot of time people make equations. I would see this as an opportunity to go by options, because there is no option called none of these. Secondly, he says D has now the smallest 2-digit number, and the smallest 2-digit number is 10. That's it. So D has 10 coins at the end. That is how you need to solve this question. So I say if A has 76 coins, he gave half of 76. 76 half would be 38 plus 2 more. So it is 38 plus 2, which is 42 B. And B gave half of 40 plus 2. So half of 40 is 20 plus 2, 22. And then D, he get half of 22 plus 2 more, which is 11 plus 2, 13. So D is not getting 10 over here. So this is not a right option. It is really important to understand that many questions can be done with the options, right? Similarly, you can pick 68. So suppose A is 68, then B would be half of 68, which is 34 plus 2, 36, and C would be half of 36, 18 plus 2, 20, and D would be half of 20 plus 2, which is 12. Again, this is not working, isn't it? Then 60, if you say A is 60, then B would be half of 60 plus 2, 32. C would be half of 32, 16 plus 2, which is 18, and D would be half of 18 plus 2, 11. Not working. If first three options are not working, answer is 52. Right? Answer is 52. Or you can check on 52 also. 52. Half of 52 is 26 plus 2 is 28. Half of 28 is 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 ka half is 8 plus 2 is 10. Yes, sir. This is your answer. That is the reason we keep on telling you, you need to practice. It is not that, at the end of the session in March or April, you say, chalo yaar, let's just work for 1 month or so. See, if you don't have practice of these kind of questions, how would you be able to solve it in the paper? I have my doubts, please. So I hope that this is something which is good. I hope you're learning. I hope you're enjoying it. Great. Then next, let's see. See this question. See this question. I love this question. Right? Now people say, sir, how there is a mix of questions. There are 8 equidistant points on a circle. How many right angle triangles can be drawn using these points as vertices and taking diameter as one of the sides of a triangle? First is that this is something to do with the directions. Can you make 8 equidistant points on a circle? Right? Can you make it? Right? I think you have to draw a circle. So once you draw a circle, right? How would you make 8 equidistant points? You check out the directions: north, south, east and west. Equidistant. Right? Listen, these are 4. So you know one full circle can be distributed equally among 4 equal parts, right? But they can be distributed in 8 equal parts as well, isn't it? Now I am sure now you are satisfied with this explanation, right? How many right angle triangles can be drawn using these points as vertices? So now you have to use these points as vertices and taking diameter as one of the sides of the triangle. Now guys, understand this. Diameter subtends 90 degree at the circumference. Now tell me, if you have not gone through geometry, how would you know this? You don't know the thing, diameter subtends 90 degree, you're gone, isn't it? So I make one diameter, right? And then these are the triangles because diameter subtends 90 degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 right angle triangles are formed by one diameter, but there is not single diameter. See, one diameter makes 6 equilateral triangles, isn't it? Now there are more diameters. See, this was one of the diameters and this is one of the diameters. And let me change the color. This is one of the diameters and this is one more diameter, right? So there are 4 diameters. So every diameter would make 6 equilateral triangles, isn't it? 6 into 4 is 24 equilateral triangles. This is the answer. So if you don't know how to make 5 equidistant points on a circle, and if you don't know, the rule that diameter subtends 90 degree on the circumference, you're gone, isn't it? Now first 3 questions itself are giving you a hint that you need to acquire good knowledge, and definitely good knowledge is really, really important because every question is a mix of 2 or 3 concepts, so, and you cannot make all the triangles. See, I cannot anyhow make all the triangles. It has to be a vision that one diameter makes 6 and there are 4 diameters, otherwise you cannot solve this question. Clear? Chali, great. So now there is a numeric lock which has 3-digit pin. They love these questions on pins and arrangements and dearrangements. This is something I have seen many a times. They love these questions, right? So he says there is a numeric lock which is a 3-digit pin. The pin contains digits from 1 to 7 and there are no repetition of the digits. The digits in the pin from left to right are, so digits in the pin from left to right are in decreasing order. Any 2 digits in the pin differ by at least 2. How many maximum attempts does one need to find out the pin with certainty? So how many pins can be there? Obviously this is the question, right? So how many pins are there? Now I think you should be intelligent enough that first is that you should write the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So From left to right, he says digits in the pin from left to right are in decreasing order. So if I put 7 over here, 1, 5, 3. Now this is one of the pins. Why? Because see, any two digits in the pin differ by at least 2, right? But then there would be one more, 7, 5, 2, 7, 5, 1. Isn't it? And then again, if you say starting with 7, 7, 4, 2, 7, 4, 1. Isn't it? So I kept 7 constant and tried moving the other digits, and then the next one, 7, 3, 1. Right? Nothing else. There would be 6 pins starting with 7. So I know starting with 7, I mark them. Then I check starting with 6. So first is 6, 4, 2, then 6, 4, 1 also. 6, 4, 2, difference of 2, 2, then 6, 4, 1. Isn't it? More than 2 is allowed. Difference more than 2 is allowed. And then 6, 3, 1. Now 6, 3 would have only one code, isn't it? So 6, 3, 1, there cannot be any other code. Right? 6, 2 cannot be there because 6 and 2 has a difference of 4. But 2, then there is only 1 remaining. So the difference between 2 and 1 is 1. So definitely 6 has only 3 codes. Right? And then starting with 5, 5, 3, 1. Nothing else. Nothing else. You cannot have 5, 2 and something, isn't it? The difference, what is left is 1. So difference won't be there. So total number of pins would actually be 10. So you need to have, he says, how many maximum attempts does one need to find the pin with the certainty? So you need 10 attempts. So this is nothing to do with permutation, nothing to do with combinations. This is basic logic. How do you develop it? Guys, numbers, right? This is numbers. Simple logic, this is numbers. I think you should have done it. So if you keep your calm with, lakhs and lakhs of people appearing for this exam, how are you going to certainly keep your calm? That is again something you need to think about. You can solve these kind of questions, right? So let's talk about the next one. Two candidates X and Y contested in an election. They love percentages, but over here with percentages, they have given a big calculation now. Many a times, student would ask, sir, why we need calculations. So you watch, I would be giving a video on Chuck the Fatte rules, percentages 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to send you a video very soon. The rules are Chuck the Fatte 1, Chuck the Fatte 2, right? So these are the rules on percentages that I have developed. They would be really useful. But over here, he says 80% of the voters cast their vote and there was no invalid votes. So if there are 100% of the voters, 80% cast their vote and 20% did not vote at all. So there were no invalid votes. He has written it. There was no nota. Nota, you understand, none of the above option. So 80% voted, 20% do not vote, right? And X got 56% of the votes cast. So they cast the votes. So 56% of the cast votes, which means your X is 56% of 80%, not 100%. Vote casts were 80%. And what would be Y then? Because there were only two guys, X and Y, contesting for election. In that case, your Y would actually be 44% of 80%. So I can say your X is what? 56% of 80%. What is your Y? Y is 44% of 80%. Clear? Then he says he won by 1440 votes, which means X minus Y is 1440, right? And if I just erase this diagram, see how important it is to draw a diagram sometimes. We have drawn a diagram and got an answer. Had you not drawn a diagram, you won't get an answer. You would write theory. So I have assumed total votes to be 100%. That is the reason. So I have drawn this diagram. So I'm drawing it over here. let the total votes be 100%. So 20% did not cast, 80% cast, right? And then out of 56% is X, 44% is Y. How 44%? Because there are two candidates only. If one gets 56, another gets 44. Now I can say X minus Y, which is 56% of 80% minus 44% of 80% is equal to 1440. Is equal to 1440. Now what is 56% minus 44%? It is 12% of 80% is equal to 1440, which means 80% is equal to 1440 upon 12 into 100. Now 80% would come, right? And what is 80%? 80%, if you check out the video, it is 4/5 of the total, which means 4/5 of the total is this much, 12,000. So what is total equal to? Total would be 12,000 into 5 by 4, comes out to be 15,000. Solve it, get your answer. Who said it is a basic calculation paper? In front of you. You require calculations. Tell me, I have not framed this paper. Right, this is original questions. None of my business, right? None of my questions actually, if had it been my questions. But if you had done percentages as a topic, these were the questions that were done in the topic. Yes, we had already, my students are already practiced it. So you should understand that it requires practice. Not without practice, you cannot solve it, right? So let's see the next one. Let P be a two-digit number and Q be a number consisting of the same digits written in the reverse order. And the multiplication of P and Q. Now P is a two-digit number, right? It says P is a two-digit number, AB. Then Q is equal to BA. Right, and we had told our students that two-digit number generally is written as 10A plus B, and Q would be 10B plus A. This is this question is called engineer killer. Generally, people those who are good in mathematics would try to solve. Right, so see 10A plus B into 10B plus A is equal to 2430. Now if you start solving it, you're gone, isn't it? If you start solving it, and most of the engineers would actually start solving it. Sir, this is 10AB plus 10A square plus 10B square plus AB and blah blah, good night. Gone. Because they are not expecting mathematician out of you, yaar. What are you doing? Why would you be solving it? Because we had given this interpretation, does not mean that UPSC is obviously one step ahead of everyone, right? So you should not be doing this. So then what should you be doing? So he says P into Q is equal to 2430. I am interested in 2430. Really interested in 2430. What is 2430? Right. So I know that 243 into 10, and 10 is 2 into 5, and 243 is 81 into 3. If you practice, you would start recognizing the numbers. They are not giving you tough things. 243, come on yaar, 81 into 3. And what is 81? 81, everyone knows, is 27 into 3 into 3 into 2 into 5. Right, now just combine something. What is 27 into 2? 54. What is 9 into 5? 45. So basically 2430 is 54 into 45. Come on yaar. Which means what is the difference between P and Q? So difference between 54 and 45 is actually 9. Answer is 9. Huh? Now you realize how tough it is. How tough it is. It is, again, I don't think genuine way of solving would never work over here. है ना? So it's more of observation point of view that's going to work actually. Now you have to be very very smart to understand where to use it, when to use it, है ना? I don't think otherwise, I don't think it is tough. Anyone can solve it if you have a very particular different kind of a vision for every question. So my vision was 2430 and someone's vision might be, you know, this. If you keep on solving this equation, come on yaar, I don't think you're going to solve it. So again, you know, having knowledge of equations is sometimes good, sometimes not. We have done 2 questions where we have not framed any equation. How do you know what to do? Practice. Practice makes a man perfect, right? So keep this thing in mind. So let's do the next one. Let's see which question is next. Now this is a question which actually was, you know, really good as well, and must tell you that many people actually done it wrong. He says there are 2 containers x and y, and x contains, so I'm just writing it, x contains 100 ml of milk, x has milk and y has water 100 ml. The milk and water I have written, right? 20 ml of milk from x is transferred to y. So first step is this remains 80 and this becomes 100 plus 20, right? So this is 80 milk, but now that is a mixture of milk and water, or water and milk, isn't it? So definitely I'm writing it as 120. Till here it was not a problem. The problem comes after mixing one. Well, 20 ml of mixture. So, you know, first was there is a transfer of 20 from here, and the second step is there is a transfer of 20 from here. Once you transfer 20 from there, definitely see over here water and milk are in ratio of 100 is to 20, which is 5 is to 1. So once the 20 ml comes from here, isn't it, that 20 ml would have how much water? That 20 ml would have how much of water? It would actually be 5/6 of 20, which means 100 by 6 is your water, isn't it? Ratio 5 by 6. And how much would be milk? Your milk would be 1/6 of 20, which is 20 by 6 of milk. And if you add it, then it becomes 20. So how much milk is there? Your milk would be 100 plus 20 by 6. And how much water is there? Your water would be 100 by 6. Isn't it? Isn't it? 100 by 6 is your water, and milk quantity also increases if you add it. So milk becomes 500 by 6 and water becomes 100 by 6. And over there, listen, now how much was water over here? Water was actually 100, isn't it? Water was actually 100, right? And remaining 20 was milk, है? So now water from here, if you subtract it, it would be 100 minus 100 upon 6, which comes out to be 500 upon 6 of water, isn't it? And then if you talk about milk, it is 20 minus, see, 20 minus 20 by 6, and your milk would be 20 minus 20 by 6, and it comes out to be 100 by 6. So it is again equal to 100 by 6. So what is he asking? He says M denotes proportion of milk in X. M is proportion of milk in X, milk in X. How much milk is in X? 500 by 6 upon total 100. And then he says N denotes proportion of water. N is proportion of water. How much water is there? 500 upon 6 upon 100. Proportion is part of how much part, right? So total 100 here, total 100 here, but now proportion M and N, you see they are equal. So both are equal. Tell me, what shall we do? What formula shall we give you? Isn't it? There is no formula which is applicable. कोई point नहीं है, नहीं formula चलेगा, हाँ? Right? No formula would be applicable, guys. The only thing that is applicable is your vision, and vision of solving a question would always come from practice. Nothing else. You need to practice. Without practice, you won't be able to do these kind of questions. Tell me if you don't know basic ratios. How would I tell you proportions? है ना? So please, guys, join the classes, join the batch, understand the classes, love it. Yes, this is really, really, really important. Love it, isn't it? And please discuss your problems, attend the classes, sort out your issues, and you would realize, yes, right, CSAT is not tough. Because, I'm really tired of one sentence, sir. GS तो हो गया, CSAT नहीं हुआ, है ना? Many a times I hear this, right? So what to say? है ना? What to say? What can be done? Now the people, those who had cleared it long time back, year 13, 14, people Roman had cleared it. They may be thinking, is this original questions? Huh? Yes, these are your 2022 questions, right? And believe me, now tell me, what can we do? Huh? Had it been this, you guys have appeared this year, it could have been very, very tough. है ना? चलो, let's see the next one. Now see, in a group of 120 people, he says 80 are Indian. So they have this inclination towards, I don't know, they love set theory. Set theory is something amazing for them, right? So he says in a group of 120 persons, 80 Indian and rest are foreigners. So I just believe in diagrams. So 120 total. So how many are Indian? He says 80 are Indian and then 40 are foreigners. Great. Further 70% of the group can speak English. Now English is something, so I change color. I say, 70 people, they speak English. 70 people in the group speak English. Then, 50 non-English, right? 50 are non-English, है ना? Punjabis. No, I am a Punjabi, but I can speak really good English. But we used to be really scared when we were in school. So English was something I was more scared than anything else, right? And then, he says number of Indians who can speak English is. The number of Indians who can speak English is. Now listen, if all 40 foreigners speak English, all 40 foreigners, they are English speaking. Now remember, if we talk about foreigners, so it is not, all foreigners speak English. That is something you should not consider. There are foreigners who cannot speak English, Russians, Spaniards, right? They cannot speak English. Yes, there are, right? So 40, if I say 40, all 40 foreigners, they speak English. Then how many English speaking people are left? 30 are left. That 30 would actually be Indian. 30 would actually be Indian, isn't it? But that is if all foreigners speak English. If I say that suppose 30 foreigners are English speaking. If 30 foreigners are English speaking, there are 40 left now. Those 40 would actually be Indians. So your answer is 30 or more. So the number of Indians who can speak English is 30 or more. So minimum number of English speaking Indians would be 30. There can be more, isn't it? How many more? Maximum could be 70. All 70 English speaking people are Indians here. Aisa bhi possible hai? It is possible. So these were certain examples, right? These were certain examples of quantitative aptitude in year 2020. I would be taking a separate class for data sufficiency, right? There is a topic where there were 9 questions. This is data sufficiency, and I don't want to elongate this class. and I would be talking about this in a separate class where he says there is a question and there are two statements, and then he says answer is A if statement 1 alone, statement 2 alone, both statement 1 and 2, and both statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient. I'm going to talk about it separately, but I need your advice as well. After looking into PYQs, you also understand that you have to take on this kind of a course which actually gives you a holistic approach of aptitude, right? And what I'm planning is that if we can do all PYQs, right, if we can do each and every PYQ, if you are given solution, then though I hope that CSAT won't be a problem with at least qualifying nature of this paper, right? So I hope that you have enjoyed this class. I hope that I have added value to your knowledge, and if this be so, please share your comments. It is really important that your comments actually would give me more encouragement and give me probably let me know more about things. And guys, at the end, please just remember, now you can have UPSC CSE mains test series 2023. So master the art of answer writing, subscribe it. Tests are live on the platform, so it is really great initiative by us. Also, if you want to score more than 325 marks in your UPSC CSE optional, we have subjects anthropology, public administration, geography and mathematics. So you can opt for these subjects, right? Then UPSC CSE GS Combat History Special on October 2, 2022, 11 a.m. So you would have 30 questions and 45 minutes. You would get scholarship, and I wish many of you get scholarships. Many of you actually get scholarships. And then guys, explore the UPSC CSE GS doubt browser feature. There is a doubt browser feature now. So go to that doubts and solution sections on Unacademy app, click the past question exams and previous exams, browse through the available solutions. So this is also available to all of you. With that, I end my class, and thank you so much. Please come join the classes, enjoy the classes, and please share your views, share your thoughts. It would be really good. Thank you so much. God bless you all. My greetings to all of you, and at the end, Jai Hind.